Hello everyone. This is a continuation of my previous video on common errors in English at the beginner level. The link to the video is given in the description below. Here is a short quiz of 10 questions. Each question has two sentences and only one of them is correct. You need to identify which one is correct. Each question is followed by a short explanation on the grammar points used in that sentence. Take 5 seconds for each one. So let's get started. Question number 1. I have lived in Chennai for 20 years. I have lived in Chennai since 20 years. The first sentence is the correct one. So what is the mistake in the second one? Instead of for, we have used since in the second sentence, which is incorrect in this context. This is a mistake I often hear people make. For is used for duration of time, while since is used with a specific point of time in the past. Here, the action of living spans 20 years until now, which is a period of time. The period of time could be in minutes, hours, days, and years. So the correct preposition to be used is for. If you want to use since in the above sentence, you may rewrite it as I have lived in Chennai since 2006. See, look at 2006, it's a particular point in time. And your action of living in Chennai starts from that particular point in time. In that context, we use since. To give you another example, he has been asleep for 2 hours. He has been asleep since 3 p.m. The next question, he is good in maths. He is good at maths. Here the correct sentence is, he is good at maths. At is used when describing a general skill or talent. In is sometimes used to talk about performance in a subject. For example, you can say, he gets good grades in maths. The other sentences of this kind are, he is good at swimming. He is good at drawing. With any specific skill, we use the preposition at. Question number 3. His grandfather expired. His grandfather passed away. Here, the correct sentence is the second one. Technically, you can use expired to mean died, but it's considered cold, clinical, and impolite. To grieving families, the term expired can sound disrespectful or unfeeling. So, for general conversations or expressing condolences, the preferred expression is pass away. Question number 4. He did a mistake. He made a mistake. Here, the way to say is he made a mistake, the second sentence. The meaning is clear in both the sentences, but make a mistake is a collocation. Collocation, as I explained in the previous video, is a pair of or group of words that go together. We can't change the word order and also we can't change the words. As I mentioned in my previous video, there are hundreds of collocations of this kind. You might Google similar fixed expressions or collocations and learn them by heart to make your English sound natural and fluent. Question number 5. I forgot my wallet at home. I left my wallet at home. The meaning is clear from both the sentences, but we don't use the word forget when the location is specified. So the second sentence is the correct one. I left my wallet at home. If you want to use the word forget, drop the location, that is at home. You may just say, I forgot my wallet. Similarly, don't say, I forgot my keys in the car or I forgot my luggage on the train. In these contexts, We say, I left my keys in the car, or I left my luggage on the train. Question number 6. Here, the first sentence is incorrect, and the second one is the correct one. So, what is the mistake in the first sentence? See, in the second sentence, we have used the word that, which is not there in the first sentence. We are actually trying to compare the population of two cities. So, to bring out that meaning, rather the population of New York, we have to use the word that. So, in the second sentence, the word that refers to population. This is what we call a structural error in a sentence. If you drop the word that, we are actually comparing the population of a city to another city. We are not comparing to the population of the second city. Question number 7. The features of this phone are better than that of the older model. The features of this phone are better than those of the older model. Here, the mistake is in the first sentence because we are actually comparing the features of this phone to the features of the older model. The features of this phone is a plural word, the features. So when we want to refer to that, we should use the plural form of that, which is those. And that's the reason the second sentence is the correct one. Question number 6. My friend described to me every detail of the recent trip he made to China. My friend described me every detail of the recent trip he made to China. Here the correct sentence is the first one. My friend described to me. In English, when conveying ideas to someone, there are verbs we use like describe, suggest, explain, tell, advise, and so on. With some of these verbs, we use the preposition to before the person's name or the pronouns me, them, her, him, and so on. And there are some verbs where we don't need to use the preposition to. So it's a bit confusing actually where to use the preposition to and where to drop it. So I'm giving a list of words which are followed by the preposition to, and also another list of verbs where we drop the preposition to. The preposition to is to be used in the first list, that is, explain, introduce, describe, suggest, speak, talk, listen, say, write, reply. To give you an example using the word explain, you should say, can you explain the rules to me? Similarly, for suggest, my friend suggested a good restaurant to me. If you use the word say, we say, what did he say to you? If you use the word reply, an example sentence would be, why did you not reply to my inquiries? Now let's look at the list of verbs where we drop the preposition to. They are tell, ask, call, help, remind, advise, email, text. In all these cases, we should not use the preposition to before pronouns like them, him, me, her, and so on. For example, to use the word tell, you can say, can you tell me the whole story? Don't say, can you tell to me? Similarly, I asked him a pertinent question. We don't say, I asked to him. If you use the word advise, an example sentence could be, the doctor advised me to avoid fatty foods. We don't say the doctor advised to me. I have given you some example sentences for both the categories of verbs. You memorize this list, and there are a few more. This list is not exhaustive. You keep reading and note for the verb. We don't use the preposition to. Question number 9. He reminded the rules to me. He reminded me of the rules. The correct sentence is, he reminded me of the rules. Here, there are no specific rules for these kinds of mistakes. The only thing I can say is the verb remind cannot be used in the way it's been used in the first sentence. That's all. There is another example I can give you with the word inform. We say, please inform me of the details. We don't say, please inform the details to me. See, the language English gets complicated because of these kinds of usages we have in that language. You can improve your proficiency in these grammar areas only by doing a lot of reading. Now let's move to the last question in the quiz. Question number 10. I was scared by a sudden noise in the dark. I was scared of a sudden noise in the dark. The first sentence is the correct one. Both phrases scared of and scared by mean to feel fear, but the prepositions change the focus. Scared by is used when describing a sudden reaction to an action or event, whereas scared of describes a general fear or phobia of something. It's an internal state of mind. Here I'm reacting to something that happened in the dark, so it should be scared by. And that is the reason the first sentence is the correct one. To give you a couple of examples using scared of, I'm scared of the dark, or I'm scared of flying, I'm scared of dogs. If you want one more example for a sentence using scared by, I was scared by a dog that barked suddenly. If you've done all the questions correctly, that's very good. If there are a few mistakes here and there, don't worry. Watch the video all over again and fix your mistakes. If you found this video helpful, please do like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notifications of my other videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.